Okay, welcome to Amaya channel. Today we are going to study irrational numbers and how to prove root 2 is irrational, root 3 is irrational for class 9. Okay, so last class we discussed about how to prove root 2 is irrational. Then today we are going to take some other example and try to prove how other roots are coming irrational. So we already know that roots are irrational. We know that root 5 is irrational, root 7 is irrational, root 11 is irrational. Can you tell me, are these numbers irrational? Yes or no? Quickly say, are these numbers irrational? Yes or no? Yes, but because somebody will be asking you how to prove these numbers are irrational, then what you are going to do? You will be saying that, hey, it is irrational. I know that. So you just understand this is only irrational. No, beta, it will not be working like that. You have to solve it. You have to follow a strategy. And with that strategy, you have to say that it is irrational. Okay. So you have to follow a strategy and then you have to say it is irrational. Fine, beta. Very good, Keshav. Very good. So, what strategy we will be following? Last class, I told you now that if somebody will ask from me, "Are you Kushbu?" So I'll say that no, I'm not Kushbu, and then I will prove that I am Kushbu. So here, what we are going to do is first we will say if okay, Keshav told Kushbu auntie today you prove root 11 is irrational. Auntie, I'm giving you toughest question. Keshav is telling. And Auntie Vineet is telling, no, no, Auntie will not be able to solve. She's not knowing how to solve root 11 is irrational number. So let's see what we can do for root 11. You have seen yesterday's video now how to prove. You have seen yesterday's video now how to prove root 3 is irrational, root 5 is irrational, root 7 is irrational. Now today Keshav told in the beginning, Auntie, you prove us that uh, you prove us that root 11. Vinit is telling, okay, Vinit, do you feel I will not be able to solve? Let's have a betting. I will solve it. Fine. So look here, beta. First, what we will say, if possible, definitely not. I will not be able to solve. Vinit is telling you will be able to solve. I will be able to solve all root content, beta. Oh, Keshav will say, okay, fine. Let's have this fight and we will see. But beta, you have to follow the trend. You have to follow the trend and same trend you have to follow and you have to solve all the questions. That's why beta, this question 3 mark in class 10th. So you are now in class 9th. If you will study this part, you will be able to solve questions of class 10. Isn't it very good? So let's solve these questions. Okay. How was that, Lokesh? Was it okay? I know how to teach. Okay, beta. Thank you so much. I will keep your live session also. Naresh is telling you didn't understand. Okay. For class 9, should I keep that live sessions for you also? Okay. Definitely, I will keep for you also. And there we will discuss questions and we will exactly understand the content. Okay. Thank you so much, beta. Now look here, beta, understand very important point here that root 11. So let's first say, so we have a betting, you forgot. Let us continue with that betting that if possible, you told auntie, prove that root 11 is irrational. Then I'm saying how to prove, how to prove. Then I made a strategy and I told, if possible, let root 11 is rational. So beta, if root 11 will be rational, then root 11 will be equal to P by Q. Again, same thing. If it is rational, then root 11 will be equal to P by Q. Then what we are going to write here, beta? P by Q, then we will write about P by Q, where P and Q are integers and q is not equal to 0, also very good. Very good, Keshav. P and Q are co-primes. Exactly, P and Q are co-primes, beta. Understand, P and Q are co-primes means, beta, they do not have any other common factor other than 1. So other than 1, they do not have any other common factor. Say thank you to your father, Lokesh. I'm just trying my level best to teach as much as possible, beta. And I will keep trying to teach mathematics to all good level. Okay, just give me appreciation at the time when you are watching the video. Like the video. So if you are watching the recorded video also, don't forget to press the like button. It is a type of battery for me, charger for me. Means I feel like, okay, I've done good work, next time I will do better. Okay, thank you so much, beta. God bless you. So now P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q are co-primes. Beta, co-primes means they have only one common factor other than 1. That is, they will have only one common factor and that common factor is only 1. Okay. So 3 and 5 is co-primes. 3 and 5 are what, beta? 3 and 5 are co-prime. Then what about 7 and 11? 7 and 11 are also co-prime. What about 5 and 8? 5 and 8 are also co-prime. So now you have understood that why they are called as. Hello, can you hear me, beta? Okay, that some speed sudden holidays means many are watching TV, many are watching this and that. Fine, let's start the class again. I'll explain from the beginning, don't worry. So beta, we will start again one more time. So here what was given there is, we have to prove that root 11 is irrational. What we did, let root 11 is equal to P by Q and that is rational. Okay, so P by Q, that is rational. So let root 11 be rational, and if root 11 will be rational, then it will be written in the form of P by Q is rational. So root 11 will be written in the form of P by Q, okay, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. And you also told that, auntie, here P and Q are co-primes. Very good. So now after that, what we will do? We will take this as equation 1. Root 11 is equal to P by Q. We will take it as equation 1. So then we will say squaring both side of equation 1. Squaring both side of equation 1. So beta, when you will square both side of equation 1, what you will get? Anybody tell me quickly what you will get? prime numbers which come one after the other will be co-prime. Very good, beta. Very good. So when you will square, very good. Kanishka is telling now we are going to square it both sides. Very good. After interruption, you have started in a very nice note. So P by Q whole square will come beta. Then it will become 11 is equal to P by Q, P square by Q square. So like last class, what we are knowing that here, and I told you in last class, na beta, that if 11 can divide P square, then 11 can divide. Correct, Vishal, but don't write like that. You just write that 11 can divide P square, then 11, yes, Keshav, 11 will become the common factor. That is the correct content you have said. God bless you. That is what I was needing. But beta, here what you have to write? First you have to write like 11 is a factor of 11 is a factor of P square, then 11 is also a factor of. Understood. 11 is a factor of P square, then 11 is also a factor of P. Then beta, what you are doing, you know that in an equation, left side is equal to right side. So beta, if 11Q square is equal to P square is there, that means P must be containing 11. Then only na, this 11 can go there and divide P. That means P must be, P square must be containing 11. Okay, so now what you are going to do, if you, because in an equation left side is equal to right side, yes, but in an equation left side is equal to right side. So to prove that content, what you are going to do is, you will be writing P is equal to, what I am going to take now, P is equal to 11M. And beta, what is M? M is any integer. Now beta, we will substitute this in equation 1. Sorry, take it as equation 2 and write substituting. And then we will write it as substituting P is equal to 11M. Substituting P is equal to 11M in equation 2. So now we are going to substitute P is equal to 11M in equation 2. So beta, 11Q square is already there, and there P 11M whole square. So now beta, it will become 11Q square is equal to 121M square. So beta, now Q square will be equal to, this 11 will shift this side, it will become equal to 11. So Q square is equal to 11M square. That means 11 is a factor of Q square. Also 11, yes beta, 121 is divided by 11. Also 11 is a factor of Q. That means what beta? Both P and Q are having a common factor. Both P and Q are having what? Both P and Q are having a common factor. So what we can say, therefore, both P and Q are having a common factor 11. Okay, so our supposition is wrong. Hence, our supposition is wrong. Therefore, root 11 is irrational. Okay, beta, like the way we have done for 2, we are going to do same thing for 11 also. No change, beta. Trust me, no change. See, whatever we have done for root under 2, root under 3, same thing we have done for root under 11 also. Same thing we have done for root under 11. Understood, Kanishka is telling. Thank you, beta. So last class, everybody was having this confusion, how to solve this, how to solve this. If you will see, easy only. Okay, very good. Keshav understood, beta? Okay. Now this time what we will do, this time what we will do, beta, this time you will try. Okay. And after finishing, you will tell. So let's have a race. Who will finish first? Me or you? So take out your note quickly. And this time, after finishing only, you will be saying, yes, auntie finished. Ready? Okay. Let's see who will be able to finish first. Ready, everyone? Easy question giving. I'm not giving tough question. Prove that whosoever will finish first will say finished. If I will finish first, I will say first. If you will, yes, already uploaded, beta. Yesterday's video is uploaded. Did you subscribe the channel? If you have subscribed, you can go through subscription and you can say that, see that, beta. Okay. Okay, I'll send you in group also. If you might have not subscribed, you will not be getting it. So now, when you are subscribing, na beta, press the bell icon. You will be getting the, what you called, yes, beta, you will be getting. So just press one bell is there. Now press it. You will keep on getting the notification of class 9th video. Yes, beta. Ready? Don't deviate me. We will have a race. Let's see who will finish it. Prove that. Root 13 is irrational. So let's start. Where P and Q are integers and, okay, I should write with good handwriting. No cheating. Are integers and Q should not be equal to 0 and P and Q are co-primes. Okay, they should not have other factor that I will not write. These boys will win. Okay, so root 13 equation 1 squaring both side of equation 1. So root 13 is equal to P by Q whole square. So 13 is equal to P square by Q square. So 13Q square is equal to P square. So 13 is a factor of P square. Right. Then 13, bad handwriting. Then 13 is a factor of P. Now let LHS is equal to RHS. Let P is equal to 13m, where m is any integer. Where m is any integer. Then substituting this one will become equation 2. Substituting P is equal to 13n in equation 2. So 13Q square is equal to 13m whole square. So 13Q square is equal to 13m into 13m. So Q square is equal to 13m into 13m by 13. So 13 cancel. So Q square is equal to 13m square. Therefore, 13 is a factor of, Divya finished, factor of Q square, also 13. Keshav finished, 13 is a factor of, I am late, factor of Q. You are writing all the statements, first tell me. Are you all writing the statements? No cheating, okay? Full statement. See, I'm writing all the statement. Therefore, P and Q are having a common factor 13. Hence, our supposition is wrong. Supposition is wrong. Root 11 is irrational. So hence our supposition is wrong. Root 11 is irrational. Okay. Okay. How many of you have finished before me? Jiva finished. Full done. Naresh finished. Divya finished. Let me see how many of you have finished. All of you have finished. I'm the late one. Very good. See, no cheating. You have written the everything like this. You have written yes or no? Say. You have finished the entire part. Okay. Then you all won. I got defeat. So you know how to write now, na beta. Very good. Well done. Clapping for all my children. Super performance. Super fantabulous performance. So did you understood beta how to solve this type of question? If someone will give you, very good, Divyashri. So if someone will give you, prove root 2 is irrational, prove root 3 is irrational, prove root 5 is irrational, then you will be able to do it. Same trick, beta. Just change that number and pattern will remain the same. Now there is one more pattern which I have to teach you. Okay. So let's see that pattern, how to solve. If someone will give you like this, prove that root 3 plus 5 is irrational. Prove that root 3 plus 5 is irrational. So if someone will give you proof that root 3 plus 5 is irrational, then at that case, how to prove it? Again, you have to do the same technique. What you have to do, beta? You have to again take it equal to P by Q. So write let root 3 plus 5 is rational. Yes, beta, same case. Very good. God bless you, beta. But here, small change you have to do. Here, small change you have to do. It is a bit different from the previous one. Okay. Because plus 5 is also added. So let root 3 plus 5 is a rational number. Then root 3 plus 5 will be equal to P by Q. Where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Okay, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. So that part will be coming. Now, beta, next what we have to do here. So root 3 plus 5 is equal to P by Q. We have taken that factor. So one by one, what we will do here is we will say that, okay, take it as equation 1. Now squaring both sides. How to square both sides? We will write root 3 plus 5 whole square is equal to P by Q whole square. Now, beta, root 3 plus 5 is coming in one of the identity formula. You know what is the identity formula? Here it will become A square plus B square plus 2AB equal to P square by Q square. So, beta, here identity formula is, we know that since A plus B whole square formula is A square plus b square plus 2ab. This is a plus b whole square formula. So this one will become beta 3, this one will become 25, and this one will become 10 root 3 is equal to p square by q square. So where I used a plus b whole square formula beta, I used a plus b whole square formula here, root 3 plus 5 whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I have written there. Now beta we will add this to 25 and 3, 28. So 28 plus 10 root 3 is equal to p square by q square. So now shift this 28 this side. So it will become 10 root 3 10 root 3 is equal to p square by q square minus 28 beta. Now this 10 you have to shift down. So root 3 is equal to 1 by 10. This 10 it will, when it will shift down, it will become 1 by 10. P square by q square minus 28. Now beta, you know in an equation left side is always equal to right side. In an equation left side is always equal to right side. I am always telling this now, that left side is always equal to right side. So if left side is irrational, then right side can't understood, ma'am. I'll explain one more time, Keshav. But you tell me one thing. In an equation, left side is equal to right side. Am I true? I promise you will understand and you will have a race with me. That I can say. Okay. So beta, you see here, left side is what? Root 3. And right side is not having root 3. So that means beta, left side is coming irrational and right side is coming rational because no root is here. So beta, how can in an equation left side is irrational and right side is rational? That means here LHS is not equal to RHS. Then to our entire supposition will become wrong. So now we will write it as a statement. What statement we will write? See it very nicely. What statement we have to write, beta? We will say here p square by q square minus 28 is rational, beta, because it is in the form of p by q. Also, if you will multiply 1 by 10 also, p square by q square minus 28 is rational. So, RHS is rational, but LHS is equal to root 3, which is irrational. Understood, beta? So LHS is not equal to RHS. So hence, so beta, LHS is exactly root 3, which is irrational. So hence our supposition is wrong. Hence, our supposition is wrong. Root 3 plus 5 is not rational. It is irrational. Now I will explain beta. Keshav, like the previous part, what you have done, same thing you have to do here. What you have to write? First you have to take root 3 plus 5 is equal to p by q beta. And then you have to square it the way you were squaring. Now here beta, only one thing extra is there. Here a plus b is there. So since a plus b is there, it will come as a square plus b square plus 2ab formula. So I wrote the formula also. By using this, we have opened root 3 whole square plus 5 square plus 2 root 3 5. So it is coming 38, 28 plus this. Then what we did beta? We shifted everything that side and only tried to keep root in one side. So whatever non-root section were there, we shifted everything on LHS side. So p square by q square, sorry, we shifted everything on RHS side. So p square by q square was already there. Then 28, yes, beta, that is correct, Keshav. So we just shifted root, okay. So you shifted 28 that side. So p square by q square minus 28 came beta. Now 10 was there with root 3. We shifted 10 down. So you see here nicely, here only root 3 left. Here only root 3 left in LHS, and in RHS, here total rational number. So this side is coming as rational, this side is coming as irrational. And in an equation, you know, left side is always equal to right side. Yes or no, beta? In an equation, you know, left side is always equal to right side, and left side is coming irrational and right side is coming rational. So it is never possible. That means it is not an equation. Okay, so somewhere problem is there. So that is what we told, that RHS is coming rational number, but LHS is coming irrational. So hence our supposition is wrong. Root 3 plus 5 is not rational. Root 3 plus 5 is irrational. Understood, beta? Tell me fast. Understood everyone? Now Keshav understood, Kanishka understood, beta? Okay, Lokesh told, Lokesh understood, Shiva Naresh understood, Divyashri, Keshav, everybody understood. So, beta, you have to be very careful at the time of writing this one. This is not 9th concept, this is 10th concept. In 10th also, beta, they're asking the same question from real number system. So, now itself we can finish, so that in 10th exam, when you will go in 10th, you will not waste time in learning this method one more time. Okay, so if you will be knowing now, my lots and lots of student, when they are going in 10th, they are saying, Auntie, what you taught in 9th, na, it is exactly helping, and now we are able to solve the question nicely. So think, if you will go in 10th and this question will come, will you be able to solve? Okay, Shiva Naresh. So Shiva, tell me one thing, beta, you have understood or not first? In that 2 minutes, shall we have a race? Okay, you have to see a number and you have to tell that it is rational or irrational. By seeing the number itself, you have to tell what type of number that is. Fast. Very good. Very good, Kanishka. Kanishka first, Vishal second, Keshav third, Shiva fourth, Lokesh fifth, Kanishka, Krishna sixth, Divya Shri seventh. That is pi is irrational. Okay. Then next time you have to see the question, you have to tell that it is terminating, repeating, terminating, non-repeating. So that part you have to say terminating, non-repeating, non-terminating, repeating, non-terminating, non-repeating. So three of them. Ready? Question is, repeating. Very good. Repeating. So who gave Keshav first rank because he gave both the answer. Non-terminating, repeating. Shiva Naresh second because first he told terminating and then repeating and then non-terminating. Very good. Jiva only wrote repeating. Kanishka only wrote repeating. Divyashri non-terminating, repeating, third rank because Shiva got second rank. Kanishka non-terminating, and so now you got fourth rank. Lokesh fifth rank. Meronisa, now it is going up.